Hi YouTubers! I wanted to address PCOS or Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, particularly in regard to Amanda's recent video on PCOS, but I've seen this coming up a lot in the weight loss community. So I wanted to talk a little bit because I've had PCOS for 12 years and there have been a lot of challenges along the way, and I wanted to give you my feedback on how I feel about it and how to deal with it. One of the things that I've noticed has come up a lot is many of you don't have health insurance and you don't know how to deal with it without health insurance. So I'm going to address that as well. Polycystic ovarian syndrome goes hand in hand with something called insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is a pre-diabetic condition. It is important that you treat this so that it doesn't lead to more severe health issues. Your body is not properly regulating the insulin, using the insulin efficiently in your body. Insulin resistance is when our bodies doesn't know how to regulate the glucose in our bloodstream. Now, can we say that insulin resistance causes PCOS? Not really. Nobody knows what causes PCOS. It hasn't been determined at this time, unfortunately, but we do know that the majority of people with it have insulin resistance. One treatment, if you do have medical insurance, is a pill called metformin. Metformin is usually used in conjunction with insulin for people with type 2 diabetes, and it helps to regulate your blood glucose level. However, I took it, didn't really work for me, but it could work great for some people. Another option, if you don't have health insurance, is to get on birth control. Now, birth control is easy to get at a Planned Parenthood clinic or any free clinic. The problem with birth control is that it makes us gain weight. For people with polycystic ovarian syndrome, it's already so hard to lose weight, and then we have something else working against us. It will regulate some of your symptoms, but there are many challenges that come along with that. So I wanted to talk about a more natural way to regulate the symptoms of polycystic ovarian syndrome. One thing that's been said is that if you lose even a small amount of weight, being 15 to 25 pounds, you can actually rid PCOS from your system. That's not true in all cases, but it has been known to happen. The problem is that when we have PCOS, it's so hard to lose weight. It's because our body produces more insulin when we're eating things that are high on the glycemic index. This happens in everybody's bodies. You eat something high in carbohydrates, your insulin levels fluctuate. But for people that deal with polycystic ovarian syndrome, it's not a small fluctuation, it's excessive. This causes us to store fat. So saying that losing weight will help is great, but it's such a challenge. This is the way to do it. Eat low on the glycemic index. You can visit a website called glycemicindex.com, and they have a database. You can put in any food that has carbohydrates, fruits, vegetables, breads. It will tell you what glycemic value it has. If it's over 55, that's what you want to stay away from. If it's under 55, you're good. You can eat those foods. Basically, things you want to avoid are refined carbohydrates, white bread, potatoes, sugar, and this includes things like yogurt with fruit. A lot of yogurt has sugar in it, so if you're going to go that route, get Greek yogurt. It's sugar-free. Things that you can eat that are carbohydrates, vegetables, most fruit, especially berries. Berries, they taste great and they're very low in sugar. These are all great tools to keep your insulin down. When your insulin's down, it makes it so much easier to to lose weight and regulate those symptoms, whether you're having missed periods, heavy periods due to the PCOS, these symptoms can all be regulated just by changing your dietary habits. I know it's not easy. It's taken me 12 years to actually figure this out. Before this, I tried so many different diets, all of the diets out there. I would try them, I would exercise, I would struggle. I would just struggle. Nothing worked, and I couldn't figure it out. But upon doing research and understanding my body and how my body is reacting to different foods, I have figured out what works. Right now, for me, I'm eating low glycemic. I am eating non-processed foods. These are all things that play into it. Exercise is also key when you have PCOS. You have to keep your metabolism going. It's a combination of all of these different factors that will help you control your polycystic ovaries. You don't have to have health insurance to be able to change your habits into these healthy ways. Like I said, you can get birth control that will help, and I do recommend it if you're having severe problems, but understand the effects that it's going to have on your body, and don't kill yourself, don't, kick yourself because you're struggling to lose weight when you're on it, but understand the way that it works with your body. Also, just exercise, eat the low glycemic, make sure you know what glycemic value your foods have, and you can overcome this. Even if polycystic ovarian syndrome doesn't leave your system completely, you can control the symptoms naturally. So if any of you guys have any questions in regards to what I've gone through over the last 12 years with the syndrome, and any other questions relating to how to control it, I would be more than happy. Send me a message, leave me a comment down here, and I would be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. I hope that this video answered some of your questions and helps you out.